Please stand for the pledge of our national anthems.
We say good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Howard Darwin Centennial Arena in Nepean for this matchup in the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League. The Kahnawake Hunters and the Nepean Knights. Final week of play in the regular season. Both of these two teams will be going to the playoffs. The Knights currently in the 7th spot, which would mean a first round date with Halton Hills. However, things can change. The Hunters currently in the 3 spot. A victory tonight would all but seal the 3rd position. If Nepean loses tonight, then they are all but guaranteed to finish at 7th. They can still jump up a couple of spots. Brennan Benedict in goal for the Hunters tonight. Kahnawake attacking left to right, wearing black with burgundy and white trim. The Knights in white with black, yellow, and red trim. 4th of 4 meetings, 4th and final meeting between these two teams. The Hunters have won 2, the Knights have won 1. There's a shot in the same made. And back comes Sandin with Jensen White, 2-on-1. Sandin, White, shot, crossbar! And a rebound picked up by Nepean. Jacob Cox getting the start for tonight for the Knights. And again, a loss here for Nepean basically means that they clinch the 7th seed. Daniel Norton on the takeaway. Norton did not play last night in the game against the Thunder. What the coaching staff calls the worst performance of the season, but thankfully for the Hunters, they don't have much time to think about it. Comes back out. There's a drive by Elijah and a save made by Cox. Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. We'd like to thank Martin of Laxfolk Productions for being here. He's on camera. He's on the technology standpoint. And we have a Wi-Fi device, which tonight should not be taken away like it was last night. Unfortunate mix-up there. And we lost a couple of minutes of reception. And there's a shot save made by Benedict. Back come the Hunters. Joe Hajes Morris catches this one across center. Nate Dockstader into Nepean territory. Elijah. Owen Rice has passed the flex right back to him. He shoots one, not on. A rebound. Picked up with 4 to shoot. Morris. And that'll be an over and back. Turnover by the Hunters. And it's the Nepean ball. 2 minutes gone by. We are scoreless here at Howard Darwin Centennial Arena. And the Hunters, with a win, would have the inside track on finishing in the 3 spot. And there's a quick shot, save made. We'll be scoreboard watching. The Ironheads badly need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. They'll be playing at Barrie. They just got started there as well. We are scoreboard watching on this, the final weekend of the 2026 OJBLL season. Bucktooth. Shot clock down to 7. And that is going to be picked up and stolen by Nepean. Collins Williams comes in. He's got some room. And he'll be forced back out. Look out, he's in! Oh, what a stop. Crease violation anyway. Hunters ball. Nearly going, I'm really interested to see how the Hunters have, what kind of energy the Hunters play with, because they did not look good, particularly in the first half of that game last night in Akwesasne. They were down 8-1 at that point. Dockstader gets hit, and one of the Knights have lost their helmet. He's got to pick it up and get off the floor. Delayed penalty coming up to the Hunters. Dominique Hartley, Rafael Collins Arujo are 2 officials for tonight. Shot clock down to 10. Delayed call, Hunters. In front, pad save. That goes out of play. And that is an illegal cross-checking call on Deha Hyundai Albany. So Nepean will go to work on the game's first power play. This penalty kill for the Hunters brought to you by Old Malone Discount. Shots on goal, 4-2 in the early going advantage in favor of the Knights. .16:05 left to go, period 1. There's a drive and a pad save, Benedict. Sandin after it. It's kicked back out, picked up by Justin Stevenson. And Sandin nearly lost his edge. There's a drive, shoulder to side. Press 30, Nepean. Gabriel Young back out. Stevenson, no. Logan Grant on the rebound. Back to Justin Stevenson at the top. Grant in front. And a shot by Marcus Kaisek, not there. That'll be picked up by Trenich Benedict. Sadagayatu Van Domelen. Up to Jensen White. He gets over center. And Jensen will go to the bench for a change. Nate Dockstader. Second game with the team. He was picked up on Monday. Arrived yesterday. Shot clock down to 7. It's Dockstader. Let's a squeaker go, and that's turned away. Back comes Nepean. 5 minutes gone by. We're scoreless here. This game brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138. Hunters and Knights scoreless. We still have 30 seconds left to go in the power play for Nepean. Comes back up top, partially fumbled. And there's a shot blocked. And a rebound, Kahnawake will control. Here's Jensen. Penalties over. The Hunters 1 for 1 on the Home Alone discount penalty. Delayed penalty, Nepean. Trenton Benedict hustling back to the bench for an extra attacker. Shot clock still at 12. Bucktooth. Shot right on. And that is an illegal cross-checking. So both penalties that have been called in this game, one on both teams, have been for an illegal cross-check. And the Hunters will go to work on their first Home Alone discount power play. Power play went 2 for 5 last night. And that penalty kill for the Hunters will get them back closer to 80%. They were at 80.4% going into the game last night, but Akwesasne scored 3 power play goals. Back out. And that is chopped away and scooped up by Elijah. 15 seconds to shoot. Ragawine Elijah behind the net. Rice tried to bank it in, did not work. Tehahande, and that is picked off by Nepean. And that'll be thrown over the center. Albany now on it. Keeps it away from Collins Williams. Dockstader. Albany. Elijah. Owen. Sandin. Owen. Elijah. Albany. Back to Elijah. Over to Owen Rice. He's open. Scores! Owen Rice. He has his 37th goal of the year, and it's 1-0 Kahnawake. Oh my goodness. I was just about to go change the score on a computer, which I'm not controlling. Sorry, folks, it just stuck in my head. Home Alone discount. Hunter's power play is successful. Owen Rice going top shelf. He's got his 37th goal of the year, 80th point of the season. 1-0 advantage Hunters. And it's picked up by Nepean. Sunday guy in Togwa Van Domelen serving a 1-game suspension after getting ejected last night. He's not out there to take draws. Up at the far corner. Shot clock down to 8. Young save. Rebound scooped up by Nepean. First 30 Knights. That's Logan Grant, who had that opportunity. Sandin picked out of the play. And it's Santagayantu Van Domelen not able to scoop it up. Shot clock at 7. And that is intercepted by Dehainer Ukwan Norton. That's already his second interception of the game. And we've only played a shade under 8 minutes. Owen back out in front. Elijah has a lane and it's turned aside. One nothing Kahnawake over Nepean. Owen Rice, his 37th of the year. And here's Jackson Norton coming up with the steal. Norton gets over center. Tehahande. Hunters 1 full game ahead of Barrie and Mimico, Aurelia and Mimico, and a game and a half ahead of Barrie for 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. Nepean a full game back of Mimico, but they have the game and they have the head-to-head there. Owen Rice, shot, no. 3 seconds left. Tehahande fires, save made, and a rebound scooped up by Nepean. The Hunters have the head-to-head on Mimico and Aurelia, but Barrie has the head-to-head on the Hunters. And meanwhile, for Nepean, Aurelia has the head-to-head with them, but they have the head-to-head on Mimico and I believe Barrie. There's an outside shot save. A rebound deflects all the way back up. Marcus Daibo in a foot race. Daibo outweighted his man. And then it's overran by Daibo. Nepean picks it up. Up to center, corralled by Gabriel Young. 34 goals coming into this game. Young got the step on White. He's turned aside by Trennis Benedict. Benedict up to center. And that is Johannes Morris, number 19, corralling it. I tell you, the center line here is very, very wide. If that was any other league, I think that would have been back over. But he was never completely over center. Back out. There's the try score! Johannes Morris! With the bounce shot, and Kahnawake ups the lead to 2-0 with 10:14 to go. Oh, Johannes Morris, the rookie, has goal number 5 on the season. And he's given Kahnawake a 2-0 lead here in Nepean with 10:14 to go. Game brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Ryan Jamieson taking draws tonight as Nepean picks it up. There's a shot over the net. And a rebound goes out of play. It'll be Kahnawake ball. Again, if Nepean loses tonight, they basically, well, they would still have a chance at clinching 6th, but 6th only. Because Aurelia and Barrie have a head-to-head. So one of those two teams will win that game. Barrie actually playing tonight. There's a hard pick on Owen Rice. And we'll get to that out-of-town scoreboard during the first intermission. 2-0 Hunters, 9:30 to go, period 1. Logan Grant. No Sam Wallet for Nepean tonight. There's a shot, saved by Benedict. As the Hunters bring it over center. Kobe Sandin against Collins Williams, and the ladder falls. Morris. Morris back out. Sandin in front. Dockstader not on. Shot clock down to 1. Behind the net. Save made. Crease violation. Nepean ball. Don't forget the 2026 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League playoffs will start either next weekend or the middle of next week. If these two teams play each other in the first round, then they might start next Thursday, 1 week from today. There's a shot, save made. However, if these two teams don't line up in the first round, then they're probably both going to be playing Saturday. Nepean, I'm assuming, would start their first round series here. The Hunters would start on the road if they are the higher seed in their first round series. Owen Rice with 10 to shoot. Pass for Bucktooth, not on. Brett Bucktooth, 7 seconds to shoot. Roughed up against the wall. Tied up. And that is a shot clock violation, Nepean ball. 2-0 Hunters with 7:45 remaining period 1. Yeah, currently if the playoffs started today, Nepean would be playing against Halton Hills, and the series would probably start here. Kahnawake would probably be starting in Barrie. Pass to the middle. Kaisik goes cross-handed, missed the net. Jensen White on the scoop. White, Sandin. Sandin, he scores! Mason Sandin, and it is 3-0 Kahnawake. Big goal for Mason Sandin. He gets the Hunters up by a count of 3-0 here in the early going. 7:19 to go, period number 1. And for Sandin, that is his 5th goal of the season. So the Hunters leading at 3-0. Don't forget, we're live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Kahnawake Hunters and the Akwesasne Thunder will conclude their regular season series. The Thunder, of course, with that win last night, still unbeaten, and they officially clinch first place in the Eastern Conference outright with that victory last night. Halton Hills also clinched 2nd seed. So Halton Hills knows they will finish second, and they know they will play whoever finishes seventh. We got a penalty coming up on Nepean behind Northwood Norton. Has it stripped. And we have a power play coming up for Kahnawake. Kahnawake 1-for-1 on the man advantage. It's time for an Old Malone discount. Hunters PP. Owen Rice with the power play goal earlier. That has given the Hunters, or that got the Hunters started off on the right foot. They lead 3-0 and going to work on the power play for the second time. Elijah back. He's got Dockstader in the middle. Owen Rice back out to Kobe Sandin. Dehahande. Elijah. Kobe Sandin back out. Dehahande Albany. Dockstader. Dehahande fires a bouncer. That's saved by Jacob Cox. Nepean keeper. Jacob Cox, of course, the starter for the Junior C Knights last season. Had a big game in particular in game 2 of the first round series last year. Nepean knocked out Cornwall 3-1 in that first round series before getting swept by North Shore in the second round of the playoffs. 7 seconds to shoot. And that'll be sent back out. Play to an open corner. Shot clock violation on Nepean. 6:13 to go in the first. The Hunters up by 3, and they still got 1 minute of power play time to work with. Owen Rice, Dehahande Albany, Nate Dockstader, Kobe Sandin, Rugawine Elijah. Back out, Dehahande, Owen Rice, drifting. He's shot, stopped, rebound, Nepean on it. And back come the Knights. Bosomworth drops it back. And now swung back to the top. Logan Grant. 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. Stevenson. Shot clock down to 4. A shot and a stick save by Benedict. The rebound, Jensen White picks it up. And White will pass it up the center. Johannes Morris. He's got one of the Hunters' goals in this ball game. Leaves it for Brett Bucktooth. We're back to full strength. Bucktooth back out. Kobe Sandin knocked off his stick, and that goes out of play. Nepean ball. Cornell. And now it's brought back out. Gabriel Young. Opposite side. Young back. And a shot through traffic, they score. Shot comes in, they use a screen, and it bounced by the far pad of Benedict, and Nepean is on the board. It's 3-1. It's a good shot here. He uses the Hunters defenseman as just enough of a decoy and just enough of a screen. And Cameron McEwen has his second goal of the year, and he's got Nepean on the board with 4:35 to go here in the first. Dockstader. Back for Bucktooth, and that gets away from him. Picked up by the Knights. Jacob Kaisik slows it up, waiting for help. And now Marcus Kaisik attacks Marcus Daibo, and he scores. Marcus Kaisik has his 25th of the year, and it's 3-2. 2 goals in 46 seconds for the Knights. Hunters defense goes a little zombie mode here, and basically it looked like a harmless play, but the Hunters weren't back in help formation, and that cuts Kahnawake's lead to 1. Picked up by Nepean. Noah White back out Bosomworth. Stevenson Gabriel Young. Back out to the far side, behind the goal. Shot clock down to 10. In front of the goal. And that just whistled wide. Justin Stevenson turned away in tight. Jackson Norton across center. He'll go back to the bench. Joe Hayes-Morris. Owen Rice. Jensen White stays out there. Jensen. Dehahande. Back in front. Shot. Denied. Picked up by Jensen. Fresh 30. White takes a fall. And that will be a moving pick on the Hunters Nepean ball. Back on the Knights. That's over and back on the Kahnawake ball. Cameron McEwen, who has the most had the Knights goal to open their scoring, drops it and goes to the bench for a change. Brett Bucktooth Jr. on his wrong side, gets it out. Score! Joe Hayes-Morris! That's his second of the game, sixth of the year, and Kahnawake is doubling Nepean right now, 4-2. I know I say doubling because 2 goals is really that massive of lead, right? But 3 minutes to go in the first, the Hunters restore the multi-goal lead. It's now 4-2. Hunters Lacrosse is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. As always, whenever we're in Nepean here, we're working alongside Laxfo Productions. And Martin Waugh, basically he's the Capital Region area, well actually more like the Nepean region area guy who does all their live streaming. Gloucester Junior C has their own thing, so if you ever want to check out the Gloucester Griffins Junior C games, they're over there. And don't forget, join us when the Junior C playoffs will start. In about 2 weeks' time, the Hunters Junior C team will play against the Akwesasne Lightning in round 1 of the playoffs. That'll be a best of 3. Junior B Hunters looking to put a stranglehold on the 3 seed. Back in front, shot, Dockstader, blocked. 4 seconds left, Elijah. Sandin has to fire it up, does not. Shot clock violation. On the Hunters, it's the Nepean ball. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first. Kahnawake 4, Nepean 2. Gabriel Young drops it back. Justin Stevenson sets a screen. Back to Young. Young zigzag, shoots, not on. Rebound back behind the goal. There's Tylen Daibo with the knockaway. Tylen. And now Brett Bucktooth into Nepean territory. Bucktooth surveys, gets it out. Owen pulls it back up to the top. 14 seconds to go on the shot. Elijah Morris. There's a shot, chest save made by Cox. Rebound, good knockdown. Kobe Sandin finishes his hit, check. Hacked back in, Brett Bucktooth is on it, fresh 30 Hunters now. Dehahande Albany, Owen Rice, 75 seconds left in the first. Sandin, Owen, a shot right on, save made. Owen took a hard hit from Cohen Hurst there at center after releasing the shot. Last minute of play in the first, this final minute brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138. Bounce to the far corner, 50 seconds remaining here, period 1. Shot fake, and there's a drive, score! Josh Bell finds a seam, and that'll make it 4-3. .45 seconds left. That'll make it 4-3. Face-off violation on the Hunters, so we're going to go Nepean ball. 38 seconds left, period one. 12 seconds shot in game differential. Jensen White trying to scoop it up. Nepean's on it. Kahnawake turned away. Timeout, Kahnawake. Hunters call for time. Here with 23.1 seconds left, you can shut off the shot clock. It is no longer a factor. Join us tomorrow night. Our next broadcast of Hunters Junior B Lacrosse. Kahnawake will play host to the Akwesasne Thunder. That'll be a 7 p.m. start time. The Thunder, of course, 18-0. They only got 2 more games to try and run the gauntlet during the regular season. They're in Kahnawake tomorrow, and then they wrap up their season, I believe, in Gloucester. Nepean wraps up their season tomorrow night. I believe they are at home to Gloucester. No, they're in Gloucester. They're at Navan Arena. And the Hunters will host Akwesasne Friday and host Gloucester on Sunday. Nepean wraps up their season tomorrow in Gloucester. 23.1 ticks remaining, period number one. This timeout was brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Here we go. Owen Rice. Up to Brett Bucktooth. He holds on. Final 13 seconds to go, period one. Bucktooth. Owen. 7 seconds to go. He shoots. Blocked in front. Owen picks it back up. That pass sails over the top. And this is it for period number one. Well, honestly, whenever the Hunters and Knights get together in Kahnawake, it's wide open. Whenever the Hunters and Knights get together here in Nepean, it's usually tight checking, very defensive minded. The two teams combined for 7 goals in period number one. The Hunters have 4 of them, and they will take a 4-3 lead into the first intermission. Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Boom Memories is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. We'll be back with the first intermission report. Aduni Brandon Bordo Yujuts, and we'll see you in 10 minutes' time. Second period beginning, the Kahnawake Junior B Hunters and the Nepean Knights OJBLL action. Fourth and final meeting, 2026 season. The Hunters leading at 4-3. Suggo Rice back in and he's turned away. Jensen White back out to Suggo Nugatsudu Yanis. Over to Johahes Morris. Jensen White back to the top. Dehahande gives and goes. Now goes to the goal. Back out. Dock Staters. Pass sails over the top. No look behind the net. Pass in front. No. Shot clock down to 10. Jensen back out to Morris. Johahes back out. Hops on Dehahande. He's got 5 seconds left to shoot. And the Hunters turn it over. Nepean brings it back. The Knights slow it up. Josh Bell. Kaisik. Bell, or Stevenson, now Bell. Back out. Side ear knocks a stick out of the hands of Marcus Kaisik. And that's knocked away by Tylan Daibo. And now Marcus Daibo picks it up. Marcus at center. One hands it over, and he'll go to the bench for a change. Owen has some room. Fires a shot. No. A rebound nicely corralled by Brett Bucktooth. Shot clock at 8. Bucktooth. No looks it. Pass in front. No. 5 seconds to go. Owen. 4 seconds to go. Fires one up. Not on, and the Knights pick it up. And Nepean brings it over center. Kahnawake Hunters 4, Nepean Knights 3. 18 minutes to go, period number 2. Kaisik. White. And that's knocked away. Kaisik in there, and that's blocked. Shot clock at 2. Marcus Kaisik a shot. Oh, he scores! Marcus Kaisik just threw it up. He picks this one up, as you see, fires one. Gee, that's a seeing eye shot. I'm not quite sure if Benedict ever picks it up. It paced the top corner on the short side. And Marcus Kaisik has his 26th of the year. The Hunters could have picked up the ball. Kaisik picks it up though. Just gets a shot from out of nowhere. And the Hunters pay the price. And Nepean back to square one. White in front. And that pass is broken up and stolen by Jackson Norton. Up to Jensen White. And Jensen comes back over center. Jensen swings it. And that hits the crossbar. Nate Dockstader brings it off the bar. Cornell. And that pass is knocked away. Dehinder Norton on the steal. Norton up to Jackson Norton. Jackson into Nepean territory. Jackson in front. Owen Rice! No! A rebound picked up by the Knights. And now they got a man open down the floor. It's Landon Clark in alone. Clark! He scores! And the Knights have scored 3 straight, and they take the lead for the first time. Well, Benedict gets a piece of this. This all happens, though, off of a missed opportunity down on the other end. A great opportunity for Owen Rice. He misses the net. The Knights are the first ones on it, and Clark is still on the other side of the floor. And for the first time tonight, the Nepean Knights have taken the lead. This game brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. The Hunters trailing 5-4. Johahes Morris. Kobe Sandin around the screen. Sandin. And that's off the mark as well. Radar tracker a little off here to start the second period for the Hunters. But they do force the turnover. Morris. Sandin. Morris sets the screen. Sandin back out. Suggo Rice. Shot clock down to 12. Sandin got by. Back out. Morris gets a shot. Pad save made. A rebound. Kept out. And John Collins Williams there on defense to make sure it never did get through. He crossed the center for Nepean. Side here, or that's Sandin. Mason Sandin trying to strip the ball free. He's got a goal tonight for the Hunters. Stevenson comes out, fires, and Benedict to stop, and then Tylen Daibo buried Stevenson. Up the floor, Marcus Daibo picks it up. Jensen swings it out, and a shot comes in, save made. Bucktooth trying to hunt down the rebound. Jensen White, no. And again, another missed shot from in tight by the Hunters. Having trouble finding the range. Ooh, that's a delayed penalty here on the Owen Rice, and he will get called. And that will mean it is time for a Home Alone discount Hunters penalty kill. Hunters 1-for-1 killing penalties tonight. They'll have to kill off a big one here. Now the Knights, Justin Stevenson. Gets the return feed. Shot clock at 15. Stevenson a shot. Stick save made by Benedict. Trenance Benedict up the floor. Jensen White up to Mason Sandin. Back in front, Jensen White fires crossbar. I'll tell you what, Jensen White, his shot might not be the hardest, but it's extremely deceptive. Remember, a guy that doesn't get talked about for their snipe shots all the time was Pavel Datsyuk. He never had a hard slap shot per se, but I mean, his wrist shots or snap shots were always incredibly deceptively quick and lethal. Johannes Morris, 8 seconds left to go. Morris in there, his shot, and he missed the far side. Bucktooth knocks it back down, and the Hunters will make the change. Shot clock violation, first minute gone by in the penalty to Owen Rice. Landon Clark. Don't forget Nepean, if they get to 11-9, there's a very good chance that they'll leapfrog somebody. They'd get to 10-9 if they hang on here. And that's broken up by side here. Hunters, of course, with a win would very much be dominant in terms of getting third place. There's a shot save made. We'll be scoreboard watching as well. In the other games, Justin Stevenson gets the return feed. Marcus Kyzik. Stevenson swings it. Shot clock down to 10. Stevenson at the top. Fires and scores. He's got his 15th of the year. And that makes it 6-4. Well, folks, the West Durham Ironheads are beating Barrie 7-1 right now, which is very good news for the Hunters. I mean, if the Ironheads win there, then that could be devastating news for Barrie. And look out, a turnover by the Hunters. Look out, man in behind the defense. Big save, Benedict. Mason Sandin played it up to center, Jackson Norton. And that pass is off the mark. Scooped up by Kobe Sandin. Back behind the goal. Shot clock at 15. Kobe Sandin. Suggo Rice. Shot, and that's turned away, and Cox does not give up a rebound. Back comes Nepean. Stevenson. There's a shot by Marcus Kaisik. No. Kahnawake ball. Jensen gets over center. Jensen gets it out to Sugo. Dockstader, and that pass is off the mark. Nepean's on it. Owen Rice with the steal. Owen Rice in. Owen Rice is going to draw a penalty for high sticking, I believe. Here comes Benedict. He goes to the bench. Elijah, shot clock down to 12. And Nepean scoops it up. Dominique Hartley. Actually, it's Rafael Arujo who makes the call. So it's time for an Home Alone Discount Hunters power play. Kahnawake 1 for 2 on the power play. Owen Rice out there alongside Ragawine Elijah, Kobe Sanded, Sugo Rice, and Brett Bucktooth. Sugo. Owen. He winds up, gets it to Sandin. Elijah. Sandin. Owen Rice. Sugo no go to Yanis. Up to the top. Owen Rice. Sandin. Back up top. Owen. His shot is blocked. And that's stolen by Nepean. Up the floor. Look out. We got a breakaway. John Collins Williams. And it's turned away. Don't forget these saves here by Trenich Benedict. Delayed penalty, and it's against Nepean. Benedict goes to the bench, extra attacker on. Morris. His shot, no. A rebound, Sugo Rice catches it, shot clock at 7. Morris back out, Dehahande. Back over, shot score! Elijah, power play goal. Ragawine Elijah has his 20th, and the Hunters are within 1, and that is a power play goal, so the Home Alone Discount power play works, and we'll go right back to work here as the delayed penalty will now be put up on the board. Kahnawake cuts the deficit to 1, and they are 2 for 3 here on the Home Alone Discount power play. Well, back to work on the Home Alone Discount PP for the Hunters. Jameson taking the draw for Kahnawake. And it's one back to Jensen White, and he picks it up. White. Nate Dockstader. Dehahande. Kobe. Elijah. Sagunugatsuruyanis. Working the ball at the opposite side. Elijah. Sandin. Sugo. Shot, no. A rebound, pick back up. 2 seconds left. They have to fire. They don't. Nepean ball. .9:55 remaining, period 2. Nepean 6, Kahnawake 5. Jackson Norton in pursuit of Stevenson. Now Marcus Kaisik. Back to Stevenson. 10 seconds to shoot. Busenworth trying to backdoor play for Stevenson, and the Hunters scoop it up. Side here. Owen Rice. Elijah to Owen, back to Ragawine Elijah. Owen. Sugo. Nate Dockstader. Sugo with 10 to shoot. Back behind the goal, that's not there. Rebound, Elijah, 5 seconds left to go. Sanded fires, and that's turned away, and no rebound given up by Jacob Cox. That's the most important thing for a goaltender right there, is to not give up a rebound. And that's thrown off the wall, picked up by Marcus Daibo. And Daibo will just settle it in. Marcus Daibo. Brett Bucktooth Jr. Owen Rice picks it up. Hunters are now 2 for 4 on the Omalone discount Hunters PP. Owen, back out, Sagunugo to the Yannis. His shot, Jacob Cox to stop, a rebound, comes to the near side. Joe Hahes Morris is on it. And that pass over the top of Bucktooth, it goes out of play. Nepean ball. That's a delay of game on Owen Rice. So time for an Old Malone discount Hunters penalty kill. And the Knights will have a power play. Big penalty kill for the Hunters. 2 minutes to delay a game on Owen Rice. And there's a good stop, Benedict. Nepean picks it up, press 30 Knights. Stevenson, back out. Behind the goal. Dunk attempt, crease violation. Back come the Hunters. Gagawine Elijah. Lackarujo hearing it from the bench. There's a shot, save. And a rebound, look out, it's in behind the Hunters' defense. Gagawine Elijah chasing John Collins Williams. Collins Williams checked it to the crease, Hunters ball. Sandin. Back to Gagawine Elijah, and he's over center. 7:14 to go, period 2. Kahnawake trailing Nepean 6-5. Old Malone discount Hunters penalty kill. Sugo, Joe Hahes Morris, he's got 2 goals in this game. Morris, 4 seconds to shoot. Joe Hahes, and that will go out of play, Nepean ball. Down to the final 30 of this Hunters penalty kill. Justin Stevenson, behind the net, shot clock at 15. Stevenson back at the top. In front, Young behind the back, shot saved. Young, Sadagantu Van Domelen picks it up. Van Domelen falls down. Sandin picks it up. And Jensen White has to get over center, and he does. And the penalty is over. Hunters now 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. Back in front, Owen Rice. Behind the goal. Shot! Score! Kobe Sandin dunks it. And the Hunters have evened it up here, 6-6. Sandin has his 6th of the year. Both the Sandins with 6 goals on the season. Speaking of 6, that's what our score is right now, 6-6, 6:06 to go in period number 2. 6 o'clock is the start time for the final Hunters game of the year on Sunday. Final game of the regular season. They host Gloucester, Sunday 6 p.m. The Hunters will also play host to Akwesasne tomorrow at 7 p.m. And that'll be stolen by the Knights. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Second period, Kahnawake and Nepean all square, 6 goals apiece. Donnelly, back out. Shot clock at 10. Dunk attempt, score! They come right back with a dunk. Well, if one dunk deserves another, he caught Benedict leaning just off of the post a little, and then he takes it in. The game was tied for 34 seconds. And Nepean right back on top, 7-6. Kuber DeLory has his 2nd goal of the year. Hahi Morris. Shot not on. That's an over and back. Halton Hills on top of Mimico 7-5. The Ironheads leading Barrie 9-3. So the Hunters will be very interesting. It'll be very interesting for them to see how that game turns out. Marcus Kaisik back out. There's a crosshand shot, save made. Picked back up by the Knights, fresh 30 Nepean. Back out. And there's a underhanded shot, save made by the Hunters keeper, Jackson Norton. Norton lost his balance, and that ricochets, and it's picked up by Nepean. Cornell out in front, shot, shoulder save. Jackson Norton. Back up to center where Marcus Dybo is the first one on it. Dybo gingerly makes his way up, gets it out, and Rugawine Elijah with 15 to shoot. Owen Rice behind the net, back to Owen. In front, pass goes to the opposite corner. Suggo Rice fires one up, not on. And that'll be a shot clock violation against Nepean. Or sorry, against the Hunters, Nepean ball. 3:41 to go, period 2. This game brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. If you want to look and feel your best, trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Side ear, switched out onto. Now it comes back to the middle, behind the net. Marcus Kaisik, shot, scores! He's got the hat trick, and Nepean, for the second time tonight, has a 2-goal lead. Well, there's a shot. Benedict not able to see right away as Kaisik does a great job of using the defender as a screen. And that makes it 8-6 in favor of Nepean. Back out, in front, quick stick, save by Trenton Benedict. Jackson Norton, back over center. Jackson, Jensen. Jensen to the top. Suggo Rice, a shot, and that's stopped by Cox. And Nepean's got the ball. Knights 8, Hunters 6. Shot, save. Side ear picks it up for Kahnawake. Deer. Dockstader. Hunters would love to see him get on track. It's only his second game in the last month. Shot score! Brett Bucktooth Jr. on the quick stick. He's got his third of the year, and the Hunters make it 8-7. Owen Rice draws the attention here, sticks it out. Cox a little late to cover that post. Owen Rice, it's all because of the pass, the hip pass he makes. It looks like he's in a position to shoot it, and as a goaltender, you have to respect the guy that has 37 goals on the year. And that makes it 8-7 off a Nepean stick. And now the Knights bring it back up. Jacob Kaisik. Marcus Kaisik. Behind the net. Out in front. Shot. Score. And again, The Hunters get beat on a back door. Cooper DeLaurie has 2 goals on the night. He had 1 goal all year coming in, 16 assists. Now he's got 3 on the year, and the Knights restore the 2-goal lead. It's 9-7 Nepean. Minute 55 to go, period 2. Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. A loss here for the Hunters would put them into a tie, at least in the loss column, with Aurelia. The Hunters still have the head-to-head on the Kings. And a victory here for Nepean would actually put Nepean in the 6th spot. If they win this game, they would jump ahead of Barrie because they have the head-to-head with Barrie, and Barrie is losing right now 9-4. So that would actually mean that Kahnawake and Nepean would be slated to go toe-to-toe in the first round. However, the Hunters still can win this game. Marcus Daibo gets out of trouble. Up to Sugo. 100 seconds left to go. Back out Joe Hayes. 1:30 to go. Owen Rice driving in. He shoots. Save made by Cox. And a rebound. It's Nepean on it. And Collins Williams will slow it up. 80 seconds left to go in the second. Nepean 9, Kahnawake 7. As the Knights, Stevenson. Back out to the near side. Around the screen, there's a shot. Chest save Benedict. A rebound, Jensen White knocks it up in the air. And Johannes Morris is on it. Last minute of play brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138 in Kahnawake. The Knights leading the Hunters 9-7. Bucktooth. Shot, not on. And a rebound, Nepean picks it back up. Sandin. And it's scooped up by Nepean. Landon Clark slows it up. 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock down to 10. Back out. Here's a shot blocked by Dehainu Norton. Mason Sandin accelerates. He's got 5 seconds left. Mason Sandin. Shot! No! And again, the radar tracker not on for the Hunters. I know defensively the Hunters might be a little angry with themselves, but if we rewatch this tape, which you know they will, and they see the amount of missed shots that they've had, it'll be frustrating for them. Still got 7 goals on Nepean after 2, but the Knights have 9 after 2, and the Hunters are going to need a strong third period. They're going to have to find that Founders Cup Championship mental in order to get through with this one. As for the Nepean Knights, we mentioned a victory tonight means that they will leapfrog Barrie into 6th. With it, actually, they would leapfrog Barrie and Mimico into 5th. So a victory tonight for Nepean would actually put them into 5th. So a lot of interesting developments going on here in the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League standings. The Hunters would love to come back and get a victory here in Nepean. We're 20 minutes away from finding out, or maybe even more, depending on whether or not the Hunters can outscore Nepean by 2 or more in the third. Nepean leads Kahnawake 9-7 after 40. You're watching Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories. a big third period. The Kahnawake Hunters trailing the Nepean Knights 9-7. And with the way the other games are looking like right now, Nemaco is losing to Halton Hills as this third period is officially underway. Of course, that opening faceoff brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138 in Kahnawake, right across the street from Goodleaf's Auto. If this result holds up, Barrie is losing, Nemaco is losing, Nepean would go from 7th to 5th, and the Hunters would remain one game up on Aurelia for third. Back out. Shot clock down to 4, jump shot, save made. And a rebound picked up by Dehainer Duckwa Norton. The Hunters, all they need to clinch third place is a victory in 2 of their last 3 games. But if Barrie loses tonight, then it's basically they would only need to win this evening. There's a bouncer by Morris, not on. John Collins-Williams up against Suggo Rice. He got the step. Here he comes. Collins-Williams turned aside. A rebound. Score. Cohen Hurst on the rebound. Yeah, I think Benedict thought he had it, but then the ball was picked up by Herbst. Good awareness. He picks up the ball in the crease, but he doesn't touch anybody, and he doesn't step foot in the crease. And Nepean now has their largest lead of the game. Cohenhurst unassisted, and the Hunters are down by 3 with 10:45 to go. Near side. Shot clock down to 10. And there's a pad save. Rebound picked up by Kahnawake. Jensen White and Owen Rice. Joe Hajes. Owen picks it up. He scores! Owen Rice comes right back. He's got his second of the game, 38th of the year, and the Hunters get a badly needed goal to cut this deficit down to 2. And the beat goes on for Owen. He had 6 points last night, one of the very few Kahnawake Hunters that you could say had a good game last night. And that'll make it 10-8 with 18-19 to go in period 3. Hunters got to dig deep here to get that feel to what they did. The Founders Cup Championship mantle, and there's a crease violation against Nepean Kahnawake ball. Side here. Ragawine Elijah. Saguno Gatsuru Yanis. Nate Dockstader. Suggo. And that pass sails away from Ragawine Elijah. Owen. Shot, save made, and a rebound picked up by Saguno Gatsuru Yanis, fresh 30. Suggo. Bucktooth. Brett Bucktooth driving. Bucktooth spins. Dishes it out. Owen is open. He finds Suggo, and that's blocked. Up the floor. 1-on-1, Collins-Williams. 2-on-1, Nepean. Here's a chance, score! Gabriel Young, the leading goal scorer for Nepean. His first of the night, 35th of the year, and it is 11-8. Yeah, 2-on-1 for the Knights, and there's a nice finish in the top corner. And the Hunters once again down by 3. Kahnawake going to have to dig deep here, down by 3. They do win the faceoff. They don't have to play perfect, but they just have to play their best 17 minutes and 8 seconds left in the season. They got 17 and change remaining in this third period of play. Dockstader back out. Dockstader, and it's picked up by John Collins Williams. Dockstader knocked it free momentarily. Dockstader goes to the bench, and now scooped up by Clark. Clark against Jensen White, pulls it out. And here's Young. 16 minutes, 30 seconds to go, period 3. It's Sadegayathu Van Domlin with the steal. Sadegayathu slows it up and gets it to Owen Rice. Tehahande Albany. Sagunogatsu Yanis. Shot clock at 17. Rice, a shot. That's turned away. And a rebound will come back wide of Benedict. And Nepean's the first ones on it. 16 minutes to go. Kahnawake trailing Nepean 11-8. Back out in front. And there's a good shoulder save. Tiger Stacy back on it. Jackson Norton catches this one. Norton up the center. Owen Rice. Sandin. Bucktooth. Bucktooth a shot, and that is not on. It hit the outside of the net. Nepean ball. Nepean 11, Kahnawake 8. There's 15 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the third. And that one is knocked away, and it's stolen by Marcus Daibo. Daibo gets through. And he'll slow it up. Tehahande picks it up. Tehahande with 16 to shoot. Tehahande with Dockstader. Tehahande has it knocked away. Albany trying to scoop it up, and he overran the ball. Knocked back into Hunter's territory. And that is a shot clock violation on Kahnawake. The game brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, the Knights and the Hunters. It's 11-8 Nepean. Don't forget, we're live tomorrow here on the YouTube channel, 7 p.m. Hunters and the Akwesasne Thunder. There's a steal. Jackson Norton pushing it. Norton, he's got Mason Sandin, and he's got a trailer with him. It's a trailer. Back to Norton, and Jackson will pull it out. Johahes Morris. Owen Rice behind the goal. Shot clock down to 10. Sandin. Post! Back come the Knights. 14 minutes remaining on the clock in this third. Hunters in a 3-goal hole. Down near Duckwa Norton, chasing Stevenson. Comes back to the far corner. Bell around the screen, open. Wine shoots, and that's blocked. Nepean ball, fresh 30 Knights. Behind the net. And that's bounced off the wall. Tylen Daibo on the steal. Tylen gets over center. Ragowine Elijah. Sandin goes to the goal. Owen Rice back in front. Elijah can't tuck it in, try to go 5-hole. And Jacob Cox denied him. Marcus Daibo takes a fall. Trying to go at Mark Monroe. Here's a shot, score. And that'll make it 12-8 for the Knights. Goaltender's timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Oh, the Hunters are in a 4-goal hole right now. This is the largest lead of the night for the Knights. And again, Kahnawake, even if they were to come back and win this game, can't really focus on the result of it too much, as they got another game tomorrow night. This game is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. The Kahnawake Hunters in a 4-goal hole. Side here with a hard hit. And it's scooped up by Mason Sandin. Jensen White. That's a good hit by Side Deer as he knocked down Noah White. Now Brett Bucktooth with 18 to shoot. Back out to Sago Nuglatsulu Yanis Rice. Bucktooth, Sago, 12 seconds to shoot. Rice back out to Owen Rice. Owen driving in, he shoots, save. And a rebound. Someone's lost the glove. And the Knights bring it back in. Stevenson. Back out. Shot. Pad save. And Nepean gets the fresh 30. Back out. Across. And that hits the post. Nepean ball again. Fresh 30 Knights. Marcus Kaisak. And it's broken up by Jackson Norton. Jackson Norton hustling. Jackson Norton down the floor. Jackson Norton scoops it up. Johahes Morris. Owen Rice. Gagawine Elijah in front. Owen denied. Bucktooth picks it up. And Owen Rice, I believe, went through the crease. And the pass was thrown his way. He didn't touch the ball, but it's the intent. Nepean possession, 11 minutes to go. Period 3. Knights 12, Hunters 8. Young is denied. In front, no. Crease violation, Nepean, Kahnawake ball. Daniel Duckman Norton. Drops it. Jensen White. Nate Dockstader. In, and he's turned away. Back out. Shot clock at 7. Sandin. Sago has to fire it up. He does, and that's turned away. Ten minutes and 10 seconds to go. Third period. Nepean 12, Kahnawake 8. Jackson Norton drops back. Marcus Kaisak in front. Marcus Daibo hits this one up in the air. No one can find it. Shot clock down to 1. Marcus Daibo picks it up. Brett Bucktooth Jr. Kahnawake has to dig, down by 4 goals with 9:40 to go in the third. They got time, but it's starting to slip away. Brett Bucktooth swings it over. Owen is open at the top. He fires it, scores! Owen Rice. And he cuts the gap to 12-9. That is his third goal of the night. So a hat trick for him in back-to-back games, and the Hunters close the gap to 3. Well, there's a little bit of a collapse by the Knights defensively, as you just saw in that replay. Owen Rice got left open, and if you're the Knights, that is the last man in the building that you want taking that shot. Oh, 3-goal gap, and the goaltenders are going to, well, I thought they were going to get a timeout. Okay, yeah, they will. So this timeout is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. If you want to look and feel your best, trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. The Hunters' next broadcast here on the channel will be tomorrow night at home, 7 p.m. The Hunters welcome the Akwesasne Thunder to the sports complex, and then the regular season wraps up for the Hunters on Sunday. Kahnawake will host Gloucester. Those Griffins will host these Knights tomorrow at Navan. And that'll be the last game of the season for the Knights. And it's won by Kahnawake. Sandin drops it back. Ragawine Elijah. Nate Dockstader. Comes around the screen. Dockstader shoots. Save. And a rebound comes in on Benedict. Owen Rice calls Benedict off. He says, I want it myself. And he scoops it up. Fresh 30 Hunters. Ragawine Elijah. Bucktooth. And that is out of play. Nepean ball. 12-9, 8:40 to go. Now here comes a nice spin move here by Logan Grant, and Grant throws this one out of play. Kahnawake ball. Jensen White comes in, and he'll slow up. 8:18 to go in the third. Kahnawake down by 3. Saganoguatsudu takes off. He's got some room, and he sent it wide. Picked up. Johannes Morris fires, and that's blocked. A rebound. Bucktooth. Oh my goodness, they can't hit the net. Now they do, but it's stopped by Cox. Hunters just got to adjust that radar tracker. They had 2 glorious chances on that possession, and both shots missed the goal. 7:50 remaining in the third. Hunters trailing by 3. Around the screen, Stevenson swings it out. Bell off to the opposite side. Shot clock down to 4. Hunters ball. Owen Rice. And Ragawine Elijah is going to take a penalty for an illegal cross check. And this is a crucial penalty kill for Kahnawake. Omalon Discount Hunters penalty kill. They are 2 for 3 in the game. (12-9). Nepean on top of the Kahnawake Hunters. Working to give and go near side. Back up top. Stevenson. Back out. Justin Stevenson at the top. Backhands it over. There's a shot. Not on. And a rebound. Gets out of play. And that'll be Kahnawake ball. Jensen White. Suggle Rice. Rice back out. Owen. Shot clock at 10. Owen in front. Suggle Rice. Score! Suggle Rice turns and fires this one at the top of the house, and he scores. And that is a shorthanded tally, so it's 12-10 with 6:48 to go in period 3. Owen Rice threads the needle here. Suggle Rice with a good shot. Quick release, deceptive release. 2-goal game. 6:48 to go in the period and 1:16 to go in the penalty. And Owen Rice is on it now for Kahnawake. Owen, Johannes Morris. Morris, Owen. Owen Rice comes in, fires, save made, and a rebound. Nepean picks it up. Back come the Knights, cruising back into the Hunters' half of the floor. Gabriel Young waiting for his troops to complete the change, and they do. At the top with the ball, Justin Stevenson. Young, Stevenson. Young at the top, he shoots, stick save by Benedict. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty to the Hunters. Owen Rice takes a fall. Sagunagwatsulianis. Back out. Johannes Morris. Brett Bucktooth Jr. Owen Rice. Strong shot, save made, a rebound, stays in play. Bucktooth pushed out of harm's way. And the Hunters are now 3 for 4 on the Old Malone discount Hunters penalty kill. 5:25 left in the third. Nepean 12, Kahnawake 10. Knights are up by as many as 4. It's since been cut down to 2. Back out. There's an outside shot, save. A rebound, Jensen White picks it up. White accelerates over center. Jensen. Shot, and that was there, but it's taken away. There's a little room there in the 5-hole, but Cox said no. Thunder Jacobs telling his guys to press. Back out. Shot clock at 12. Near side, Young attacks. He shoots, a bouncer, no. Side, Young. Gabriel Young trying to come off the screen. Good hit. Big bury by the combination of Sadegayantu Van Dommelen and Ryan Jameson. Sagunagwatsulianis picks it up. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Gagawine Elijah. Sandin sets a screen. Elijah shoots, not on. A rebound. Sago Rice had it momentarily, scooped up by Nepean now. 4 minutes to go in the third. Nepean up by 2. Around the screen, comes back out. Shot, save made by Benedict. Mason Sandin. Nate Dockstader crosses center. What a time it be for him to bury his first as a Hunter, at least during the regular season. Back up top, Sagunagwatsulianis. His shot is turned aside by Cox. And Nepean gets over center. 3 minutes and 13 seconds showing here in this third period of play. Young scores. He's got a hat trick, and that's his 37th of the year. Oh, there's room on the short side. Benedict went to take it away. Unfortunately, couldn't take all of it. And the Hunters now trail 13-10. It's 13-10 in favor of Nepean. There are 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in this third period of play. Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories is brought to you by Old Malone Discount. Face-off is won by Kahnawake. Mason Sandin. Look out. He gets out of trouble. 2:58 to go. Morris. Saguna go to the Giannis. Shot clock at 16. Sago Rice around the screen, back out to Sandin. Owen Rice walks in, and that pass is not there. Shot clock down to 5. Sago back out. Kobe Sandin. Scores! It trickles over the line. He's got his second of the game, 7th of the year, and the Hunters still have a pulse with 2:35 to go in the third. Well, Cox got a piece of it and it trickled through him. Slow to get up. He looks like he's going to hang in there. Kobe Sandin has made it 13-11. Crucial face-off coming up. Jamison won it, gets by Kaisik. Next to Sethagayatu Van Domelen, and Van Domelen's on it. Sethagayatu brings it over center. Crucial face-off win there for Jamison. Dragowine Elijah. Jensen pushed up. 10 seconds left to go. He shoots, can't squeeze it by Cox. And that is another example of his rebound control. It's been very good tonight as the Nepean netminder. 2 minutes to go. Kahnawake down by a count of 13-11, and Nepean throws it away. Fortunate break here for Kahnawake. We'll see if Benedict goes to the bench. Dockstader. Sugo. Shot clock at 14. 95 seconds to go in the third. Hunters down by 2. Owen Rice. Kobe Sandin gets him out of the way behind the net. Shot! Turned away! Whoa! What a stick save by Cox! Oh, that is a mastodonic save by the Nepean keeper. And you know the Hunters are going to press. Minute 5 left to go. There's a shot, pad save. A rebound side here, knocks it down. And this is Mason Sandin coming away with it. Last minute of play in the third. This last minute of play is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. We got a timeout taken by the Hunters with 54.2 to go, 21 on the shot clock. This timeout is brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138. The Hunters trailing by a count of 13-11. This is the last road game of the regular season for the Kahnawake Hunters. They have 2 more home games tomorrow night and then on Sunday evening. Tomorrow night against Akwesasne, and then on Sunday afternoon, because the sun don't set that early anymore, 6 p.m. when they host Gloucester. Extra attacker on as Trenance Benedict's on the bench. Owen Rice, Sugo Rice, Dehahande Albany, Nate Dockstader, Dragowine Elijah, and Kobe Sandin. Owen has some room. Shot, saved by Cox. The rebound, fresh 30 Hunters. Back out, Sugo go to the Giannis. On the near side, Dockstader. Back up to Sugo. Sugo. And that pass is off the mark. A rebound hauled in nicely by Owen. Owen down low, quick stick, save. A rebound, Dehahande. Back out, Sugo go to the Giannis. Across. Kobe Sandin corrals it. 25 to go on the shot clock. Sugo picks it back up. Hunters need a shot. 22 to go in the game. There's a shot. Save made. No, it didn't hit the net. And now the Knights have to get it over. They do. And the netminder back in. Save made. 7 seconds to go. Norton back across. Owen Rice won't shoot it. And the game is over. So the Kahnawake Hunters fall to 11-7. They are now one game up on Orillia for third place in the Eastern Conference. Let's have a look at what went on elsewhere. Halton Hills has beaten Mimico. Mimico falls to 10-9. Barrie has lost to the Ironheads 15-9. So the Hunters will finish no worse than fourth place if they win against Gloucester or Akwesasne. If they win both games, they will finish third. Orillia will have to win out, and the Hunters would have to lose one of the remaining two to fall out of third. The Kings are 10-8. The Bombers are now 10-9. And with this victory, Nepean has officially moved up. They are in fifth place. And if the playoffs would start today, Nepean would play against Orillia in round 1. Well, the next time Martin and I team up will either be in the playoffs or in Senior B or next season. I want to say, Nyawago, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup to Martin Wa and Laxwo Productions. Give him a subscription here on YouTube. And Nyawago to our sponsors, Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, Burning Leaf, and Old Malone Discount. Your final score this evening, the Nepean Knights 13, the Kahnawake Hunters 11. Your Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness beaut of the game with 2 goals is Johahes Morris. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7. Ona Giwahi.